And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 9.
Waiting! He's checking. Crash. Check 11.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Let's go now.
Here's Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch the curl. Under 10. Here we go, even. Easy. Under 10, go.
On 2nd down now. It's Jones, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Lions' 33-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football. They just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, a little bit, so every point is precious. But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Easy.
On first and 10, Stafford. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hockenson. That'll bring up second down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. So first and 10 now from the 30. A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. He's going to sling this deep downfield. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 72 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. The run there on first down gets them a yard to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's second and 9 from the 26. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
He's coming. Check in.
On third down, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Returnable here for Davis. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Lions will take over.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. On 2nd and 11 now. Stafford. And he'll find Hall. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Red 80. Check right 54. Right 54. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home here. Let's make it up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
13-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ready? Blue lady.
Mike 40, Mike 40.
Pick it up, pick it up. Come on. Find that place.
Draw play. Winston to Jones. He's got room to run past the 20. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Hey, hustle. Got 4 down. Mike's 40. Mike's 40.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell flip. Here we go.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Oh, yeah.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Jameis throwing here. That's complete to Perriman. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 47 yards.
At the 11-yard line.
And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 12-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Jones able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes
under pressure again, and down he goes again. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Stafford. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? From the gun, here's Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And this is good for a 1st down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports halftime report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Give him 3 on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now it's Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Even. Let's go.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones, 43 yards. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
Joker. 32. Drill right, 22. Middle. Hey, easy.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw again on second down. Stafford. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Again, it's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
This one angles out of bounds at a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Jones. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. And they try the sweep to Jones. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
A gain of 6 yards. It's 4th down.
So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Slant.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Ready? Black 25. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball. Come on. Turn back. Hey, number 28, Mike. 5-0. Check in. I got one. Let's go.
On 2nd and 15 now. Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete.
Mike 28. Let me go.
3rd and long for Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First down, Lions.
Hey, 250. 40 got.
They will run it. It's McKissick. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 39, Stafford looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Stafford now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Looking in zone for Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Josh Jones. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And for a 2nd straight play, the Lion defense drops him behind the line of scrimmage. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Mike 28. You're not ready. Mike 28. Mike 28. Let's go. Hey, number 28. Mike. Check in.
Winston now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the right side with Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Here's Winston. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
My, oh my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure, he's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. A carry now for McKissick. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Bucs 48-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with McKissick. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. This complete to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay there to make the grab. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 6.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Winston caught by Jones. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down.
A gain of 15 yards. And the Buccaneers 1st down.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st down, Winston. Complete to Jones. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Hey, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Winston. Flushed out right, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This is 3rd and 9.
Switch the mic right here. We'll go. Here we go. Let's bring it.
Working out of the gun. Winston. He's got Evans. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll go again to Jones. And able to work his way down to the 16. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here we go, even.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the 1st down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Jameis to throw it. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Breshad Perriman there to make the grab as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll try and run it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets 1st downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball. He's got a man complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play there for Detroit. 54 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10.
21. You got that up there.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Move 60.
At the 20-yard line.
Tight to the right, boy. Tight to the right. Move. Alert. 3 out. Check 24. Check 24. He's checking.
40 got.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18.
the ball carrier. He was brought down by Shaq Barrett. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He finds his man Johnson, and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab, and the Lions are able to extend their lead. Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat. He did the rest.
Such a staple of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down. We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
The first down throw for Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Winston. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 47-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Mike 28. Watch the run. Watch. Go. Mike 28. Mike 28.
Here's Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Breshad Perriman with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is down to 2. So down only 2 now, still a chance to finagle their way into field goal range if they can get this onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. Well,
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Set. 180. Hey, 22. That's the run. Bang, bang, bang. Monday.
on second down, it's Johnson. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down.
Single, 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 single.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Complete. It's Johnson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
180.
First down.
White, what we got? What we got?
They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. And as they take that knee, you can hear a pin drop in this stadium right now, partner.
I'd say you could hear a pin drop except for one thing. You're hearing a lot of people on cell phones right now calling and saying, cancel my reservation, because this crowd thought they were going to the Super Bowl. They had trips planned, hotels, reservations, the whole deal. That's all wiped out now.
And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered.